Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she lovely? Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, because I tell you what, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a present. Indeed, it is. Welcome to my F1 channel. Welcome to Peter on Pole. My name is Peter, right here in pole position, and we cannot look any further than talk about this brand new AlphaTauri, the AT03. I want to get your thoughts on this. And as I proceed to begin talking about this car, I am loving the livery, ladies and gentlemen. I must admit, I'm a fan of this livery. AlphaTauri each season so far, I must admit, they've done well when it comes to revealing their liveries. I can't believe this is the third year. Has it gone quick? Is it just me? Am I bluffing here? But let me know in the comment section. Do get your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, we will read them out. And let me know what should we discuss regarding the AlphaTauri for 2022. I mean, just look at this. Look at this car, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wonderful car. Let's begin sharing some of these pictures that, of course, now check this, right? AlphaTauri put this out earlier. I want to know, is this legit? Has it been on road? Has this car been on road? Is this a real thing, or am I missing something here? Is this like a little photoshopped business? I'm not entirely sure, but nonetheless, it does look nice. It looks beautiful. Hopefully this is like the real deal. This is the real thing. But shout out to Robinho, who is live in the building. What's going on, G? Looks like it's ready for space. Ready for space? What do you mean ready for space? Let me know what you mean by that. I'm loving this, man. I am loving this car, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very nice car. I want to get into some of these pictures so we can actually get into detail and describing this brand new livery. I mean, where should we start? Okay, let's kick off with this one here, because there's a lot to discuss here. There's a lot to talk about with this. I mean, I'm loving the blue and white combination. They've got it right yet again. They seem to be getting it right every single season so far. But what I'm actually noticing as well is that the logo, I don't know if you can see at the back of the car towards the rear end of the car, you had the A and the T, you had this certain colored logo. Like once upon a time it was blue, now it's white, and then it's kind of flipped back and forth, season on, season off, and it kind of looks kind of decent. Look, I've gotten over the way these cars look in terms of the body shape, in terms of the front wing. When you look at it, I mean, the front wing is horrible. Look at it, where it says flex box. That logo as well I don't think works over there. I'm not entirely a big fan of that, but I'm just getting over it. These wheels getting on my nerves. The covers, more so the covers, I'm getting over it already. So, but nonetheless, I'm liking the look of it. When it came out, I was like, hello, now we are talking, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are talking. Let's have a conversation. Shout out to Robinho. He's come back now. He says it looks like it's ready for an Apollo mission. Okay, space. I'm with you now. I'm with you. It looks good, but the tires are throwing me off. Yeah, bro. This is the same. These tires are more or less the same on every car this year. I don't know if anybody's changed the colors. Thing is, AlphaTauri, their car last season had white wheels, and that looked really, really decent. But they've gone for the black this time. I think white would have been a bit too much. So I don't mind them going back to these white wheel covers. I'm a fan of that. But yeah, this is actually one of the best liveries so far. I think it's top 3. I think it's top 3 out of 6. I think this is top 3 thus far in terms of the look of these liveries. But yeah, we got other images we can show you as well. By the way, Pierre Gasly, one to Pierre Gasly, because he leaked the pictures whilst AlphaTauri was showing their video. Like they're doing a video, and then like they did like a premiere video on YouTube, blah blah blah, and then it was like, yeah, we're gonna show it to you. And then all of a sudden at 11 o'clock this morning, bang, Pierre Gasly, one of the drivers for AlphaTauri, leaks the footage. I was like, yo, what's going on, Pierre? What are you doing, bro? But shout out to Pierre Gasly nonetheless. We'll get into talking about him in a moment. Guys, this front wing, lovely, delicious. Look at it. You got the white where it's got the Alpha and the Tauri there. I love the white and then the blue kind of combination. And then the lowest part of that wing, yeah, I think it says fits body and mind. That blue thing, delicious. The nose, lovely. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's not often. I mean, AlphaTauri haven't made a bad car since they've come into Formula One, since they've become AlphaTauri from, of course, Toro Rosso. This, ladies and gentlemen, is nice. Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I need to get your thoughts on this. On first glance, when the pictures came out, I was like, yes and amen. This is the one right here. This car right here, I'm liking the look of it. It looks wonderful. And I think the black tires just make it look nice as well. I don't know whether it makes the colors stand out a bit more. I can't really put my mind to it. But I am loving the design. The design is so neat and perfect. It was just made for the Formula One track. The colors are wonderful. I'm loving the AlphaTauri. Big up to Tomo F1. I was on his I wasn't on it, but I was watching his live stream this morning of this launch, and I felt like he was being harsh. He gave it like a 6 out of 10. So I want to get to your thoughts, ladies and gents. What are you giving this rating out of 10? Because 6 out of 10 to me was a bit harsh. You know, and I got all the time in the world for Tomo. He's a top guy, great guy. However, I think he's wrong in terms of his opinion on this new livery. I think it's actually a very nice livery. I think it's pretty decent. It's one of the best out there. This front view, I can stare at this all day long. Maybe not for too long if you catch my drift, but nonetheless, it's a very nice livery. I cannot complain. Let's get your thoughts here in the comments section. Let me know, out of 10, what are you rating this livery? There's a few as well. I want to show you some pictures as well that they've put on the roadside that they've got. Not looking too bad, is it? Not looking too bad. You know what I mean? If this is what it's going to look like, it makes the cars look so gigantic. They makes them look so big. It's almost like, really? Like, is this what's happening? Is this what's going on here? It looks massive. The cars look absolutely huge. If you're just joining into the channel, please do hit the like button so that we can get this video pushed around a bit more, get the channel growing a bit more. We are talking AlphaTauri business, ladies and gents. Let me know your thoughts. What is your rating out of 10 when it comes to the livery? Rubinho is saying it's nicer than McLaren. Whoa, steady on, my friend. He's saying it's nicer than McLaren. I mean, the McLaren one is bold, man. It's bold. It's different. It's something that we can get all excited about. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of that McLaren one. So you need to watch your mouth. You need to be very, very careful. Shout out to Mahad, by the way, from the Pit Stop Fracker. Don't forget, as the season goes on, every Tuesday we'll be doing McLaren Fan TV. Okay, so make sure all of you McLaren heads out there jump on board. We want to get your thoughts. We want to get your comments. Send us videos. Send us your thoughts post race, and send us your previews as well. And we would love to put them on this channel. You are dead wrong, Robin. Actually, do you know what? Because I like this livery. I like this livery. I'm not gonna lie. So I can't go on like, oh, that's gonna be tough. I need to wait to see them both on track. Then I'll make a decision as to whether it's above McLaren. But I definitely think both McLaren and the AlphaTauri are top 3 so far this season. And we've had 5 liveries come out. So I'm going Aston Martin number 1. I was going McLaren number 2, and then AlphaTauri number 3. Number 4, I'd go Red Bull. Number 5, which would be the Haas. So that's currently my order at the time of recording. It's a 6 out. What are you talking about? It's a 6 out of 10. What are you talking about? 6 out of 10. It's not acceptable. People in the comment section right now, let me know out of 10. How much are you rating this livery from AlphaTauri? 6 out of 10. My friend, you are dead harsh. You are unbelievably harsh. This is a delicious looking car. What are we talking about? Look at it on the roadside. Look at that. Look at that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. 6 out of 10. It's nice, but feels standard. I mean, standard for the AlphaTauri, you mean? As in, because like we've got kind of similar, like last year's car is similar to this, in fairness, right? It's different completely to what they had 2 years ago when it was their first year as AlphaTauri in 2020. But I mean, if the formula is right, like it's like the Red Bull. Red Bull get criticized a lot for having very, very, very similar liveries. And I'm like, listen, if the livery looks nice, why are we changing? Why are we flipping? Look, can they maybe move the yellow a little bit? You know, I don't like the yellow nose. Okay, I'll critique that. Definitely don't like the yellow nose on that Red Bull. But you know, maybe if they put it, I think Tomo done one as well. Actually, put it on the wing. I thought, oh, that looks very nice. But the color scheme and everything else, that navy, it's just it is the one. It's the one. It's the orange that doesn't. First of all, it's papaya. Okay, let's get it clear. It's papaya, orange. The disrespect. You must be a Ferrari fan. You must be a Ferrari fan. The disrespect you're giving McLaren is not on. You must be a Ferrari fan. No, but all jokes aside, I do think it's a really nice car. I genuinely feel like it's a nice car. It looks top notch. I can't wait to see it out on track. I genuinely can't wait to see it out on track. But yeah, let's get on to your thoughts about the team, AlphaTauri as a team. What do we think? Where do we think they're going to finish in the constructors this season? 10 teams, of course. 10 positions are up for grabs. If I remember correctly, the AlphaTauri finished 7th last year. Or was it? Yeah, no, 7th last year, unless you guys can correct me here. But, you know, what would be their aim for 2022? I'm not entirely sure because it's a bit of a muddy one, if I'm honest. Like, because you know, you look at the Alpines, you look at the Aston Martins, you look at Ferrari, McLaren. These are all teams, and you got to look over your shoulder because Haas and Williams, they look like they may progress. Williams definitely look like they're on the up. Haas gave up last year about even trying to look good last year or trying to do anything decent and threw all the eggs into this year's basket. So you kind of got to watch out to see what they're up to. So in my opinion, you know what? If they finish 7th again, just as a starting point with new regulations, I don't think that's a bad job. What are your thoughts? I don't think that's a bad job. Let me know in the comment section below whether you think they should be finishing higher, or do you reckon I'm giving them too much of a high estimation there? And you know, Pierre Gasly, what do we think? What do we think Pierre Gasly is going to do in 2022? Is this the year where he has to finally go out and get a new seat? Is this the year where we think, do you know what? He needs to go and join another team. He needs to have another season like he's had, or otherwise he's never going to get that move. Because you're starting to think, actually, the time is ticking. He's incredibly young. Let's be very clear. But if he doesn't get his move, then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You know? Rubino is on me today, boy. I tell you what. What are you Latino now? Talking about papaya. Surprisingly, I'm neutral. I'm only getting back into it this year properly. Listen, Robin, you're in for a treat. Okay, you're in for a treat. Has there ever been a driver that you've been a big fan of? Have you ever liked to drive in particular, or a particular car, whether it's just because of the look, whether it's because they were good? Is there anything in particular that you might say, you know what, I kind of have a soft spot for this team or this driver or anything like that? Let me know in the comment section. Listen, papaya is what it's called. You know what I mean? I'm not a Latino. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the Latinos in and around town, but that's what the color is called. I'm going to call it by its color. But yeah, Pierre Gasly, you know, he had a good season. I was just checking up his standings from last year for 2021. If I can find it, would be great. But yes, I think he finished. I think he finished in the top 10 F1 Drivers' Championship. Let me just double check that, just so I've got that correct from last season. But yeah, I genuinely think he's on, you know, yeah, he finished 9th last year. So he finished in the top 10. He was ahead of Alonso. He was behind Danny Ricciardo. And, you know, that's tremendous. Bear in mind, he's in an AlphaTauri. That's really, really good. But I do start to fear and wonder if he say he has the same performances, say he performs as well as he has done the last couple of years, but doesn't get that move at the end of the season, or, you know, around silly season in the summer, or even at the end of the year, if he doesn't get that move, is it too late for him? Will it be too late? Will it be too congested and he has to wait like another cycle in order to get into one of those big teams, or a team more respectable, let's say, than AlphaTauri, that's going to be knee deep in points and potentially fighting for podiums? You know, where do you guys stand with Pierre Gasly? Should he be looking at this year as this is the year? This is the year where I show everyone that you need to kick one of your drivers out and bring me in. Let me know your thoughts on that one. As we move on to Yuki Sonoda, and we'll come back to the comment section, of course. Let me know your thoughts. But yes, Yuki Sonoda, another one who, debut season last year for AlphaTauri, finished 14th in the drivers' championship, got 32 points. Had a funny, he had an interesting start. I remember Bahrain, he was flying, and we sat there like, "Yo, Yuki Sonoda, welcome to the, welcome to the track." And then he just started having mare after mare. We thought, hang on a minute, Yuki Sonoda, not too sure about you. Then as time went on, and I think I want to credit Alex Albon, because it seems like Alex Albon was sort of in and around the background, talking with Yuki Sonoda. And I don't know, Yuki seemed to have just sort of learned as the season went on last year. If he can crack into the top 10, now don't get me wrong, he would have had to pass Lance Stroll, Vettel, Ocon, Alonso to get into that top 10. It's a big ask. It's a very, very big ask. However, I think Yuki Sonoda, with a year under his belt, I think, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can fight into the top 10. Maybe I can get people talking about, putting me in a big seat next year. Excuse me while I blow my nose. The quickest blowing of the nose of the cinch. Anyway, back to Yuki Sonoda. Yeah, I think genuinely he could be up for a very good season, especially having his year under his belt. The talent is there. I think we all got a glimpse of it last year, but we also got a glimpse of what he can mess up doing. And so I think, genuinely speaking, he could have a very interesting year. He doesn't necessarily fight with Pierre Gasly, because I don't think that's his level. But if he can sneak into that top 10 somehow, because, top 10 might seem crazy, but really and truly, I mean, he was about 70 points. I don't know. He was about 40 points, 30, 40 points away from top 10 last year, which, look, he didn't have a lot of consistency, in all honesty. He was a man that either DNF'd quite a lot, or the car wasn't right, or he made mistakes. If he irons out those mistakes, I don't think it's that far of a prediction. I don't think it's that wild. Back to Robinho, he says, when I was young, this was me asking him about, what was his Formula One background. When he was young, he was a full-blooded Italian. Yeah, I thought so. Ferrari was lit. Now, probably Merc, for the fact I need Sir Lewis to rise above and be the undisputed champ of all time. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, man, he will get there. He will definitely win that 8th title for sure at some point, even if it's not this season. I think for sure he will definitely make that place, and he will be considered. You'd argue he has to be considered the greatest. Like, he has to be. Like, there's not even a debate. However, with Formula One, and just like with any other sports, people in different eras are, what I'm saying, that we're talking generational talent. So obviously, you see, even since I've been alive, I don't know if I could say he is the one and only outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at everybody at their peak, and I look at the likes of, Schumacher at his peak, Sebastian Vettel at his peak. It's actually kind of underrated. And obviously you got Hamilton at his peak. And you just sort of look at, Alonso, world champion, of course. Yes, he's not won anywhere near as many titles. There's an Alonso video coming out in a couple of months' time that I've got lined up. There's some interesting stats about his championship wins and what he could have won and blah, blah. But I think with Lewis, it's an interesting one. It's a very, very interesting one. In terms of making him the outstanding number one. It's tough, because then you're going to start arguing with people like, the Ayrton Sennas of this world, Alan Prost, people that watched Jim Clark, people that watched Graham Hill. The list goes on. And so you just think, okay, I don't even know if I want to be in that argument with anybody. But at their peaks, I mean, Lewis is definitely on the Mount Rushmore. Like, he would have to be, in terms of the four horsemen, yeah, Lewis Hamilton is by far in there, no doubt about it. But yes, let me know your thoughts, people, about Yuki Sonoda for this season. Let me know what you think about Pierre Gasly, as well as the Constructors' positions. But yes, one last time, we're going to have a look at this car before we close out. I want to get your ratings out of this one, out of 10 as well. By the way, the race suits, I don't know if anybody has had a look, but I'll bring up Pierre Gasly's one. Doesn't look like it's much different. In fact, it might look a lot more plainer. Those legs are plain. Now, I'm sure at some stage they'll tattoo that full of sponsors at some stage, but I'm surprised that the race suits are similar to the first 2 years, I think. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank for last year's race suits, but the first year was definitely like this. So I was a bit surprised by that. I was actually quite surprised. Let me know what you think on the race suits for both, obviously Pierre and Yuki Sonoda. They're the exact same thing. Coming up as well, ladies and gents, we have got a video on Sebastian Vettel that will be coming out very soon. Oh, by the way, before I forget, this little thing on the AlphaTauri wing with the Italian flag, lovely. I'm loving it. That's what they previewed, I think, yesterday as to what the car would look like. They gave us just that little wing plate there. I thought, oh, that looks nice. That rear view, I'm liking that. A wing mirror, rather. I'm liking that. I'm liking what I see there. But overall, listen, I'm a big fan of this car. I like the way it looks. I'm here for it all day long. Yeah, there's not much I can really say other than it's a beautiful car. It's a beautiful car. I'm liking it. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. This is a clearer image of what I was talking about, where the Red Bull sign is just above the word AlphaTauri. There's the Red Bull, and then you got this sort. It's like it's supposed to be an A and T, which, by the way, repug. It's not. It does not look like an A and T around the bull. But the fact that it's blue this year on the white background, loving it. Looks much better than the reverse color. And I just love the way AlphaTauri sort of branded right across that the body of that car there. The wing, what I just noticed as well, that the rear wing, obviously the color kind of continues on right to the back, and you've got the half blue and white. I like it, man. This is a nice car, man. This is a nice car. I'm a very big fan of this. I'm trying to think who I'm looking forward to next. Of course, we still got Ferrari's livery to come out. We've got Mercedes, of course, who are going back to silver. That's the rumor at the moment. They're going to be going back to silver this year. Who else have I missed out? Alpine, of course. They're going to be bringing out theirs. And who else? Alfa Romeo always have a nice livery, so I'm looking forward to Alfa Romeo, and the Williams as well. So I wonder what they apparently they've just spoken about having a contract signed with Duracell battery, and it's supposed to have an effect on the livery look as well. So interesting what we could see with that Williams livery. And other just random stories today. I don't know if anybody has seen it. Probably people have been outraged. I know Twitter's been on fire. That the FIA's investigation has been delayed or postponed regarding Massey and whether he should keep his job as Formula One race director. Well, I can't believe, you know what? I'm very sad that this conversation is still happening now. Like, you know, I get it. Like, you know, Lewis got bumped big time. The race should have like red flagged and then start fresh, or, you know, let the cars pass, whatever the you know, the jargon is. But I'm just I'm annoyed that we're still talking about this now. You know what I'm saying? Every time I go on Twitter and I'm on Formula One Twitter, it's all about Lewis Hamilton, FIA, Massey. Those are like your free, and, you know, hashtag Abu Dhabi or whatever it may be, right? And it's just like, fam, we're going to be walking into March soon. Before, you know, I can't believe we're already halfway through February, right? We're going to be walking into March, and man's going to be talking about FIA, Lewis Hamilton, Massey, all of this nonsense, right? And I'm just a bit like, okay, like, I don't know. Surely we should have moved on from this ages ago now, but we need to stop delaying it. Come to a decision. Let's go and we crack on again. But anyway, people, those are my thoughts on the brand spanking new A03, the AlphaTauri's brand new model. This, guys, is delicious. Comment down below if you think it's good. Comment down if you think it's bad. I'm loving what I see here. And yeah, I'll be back with you guys soon. So thank you for locking in, and subscribe to the channel if you want Formula One content like this. But other than that, peace out, people.